Hi all, in this video I show you how to mount this hydro-dipped skull. Take a look. If you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing. Alright, so this is how the hydro dipping turned out. You can see I'm pretty pleased with it, really. To make it a little bit more durable, I went ahead and used some clear diamond finish. It's a high performance clear coat. I use this on baits. It's a non-yellowing formula. It's pretty good stuff. And this skull mounting kit from Walnut Hollow Country. It's a USA made product. It's available from Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and use that. It's solid oak. I'm going to mount that up. It's pretty nifty. It's middle of the road, about $40 available. Amazon. They also come in different colors. Walnut. I think you're going to like it though. Not bad. An unboxing of the Walnut Hollow Country mount. Comes with some instructions and a template. Shows you how to do it. Because the base of this really doesn't have a whole lot to mount to, and I'm talking the base of the skull, one of the things you can do is you can use Oatly's fix-it stick or any kind of epoxy, and I plan on maybe using a little bit of foam, spray foam, to give me a nice base to mount to. You can kind of get the idea what this is going to look like. Not bad, pretty good finish for the price. Like it. Might give that a shot of the clear coat too. It's kind of dull. Maybe some wax. Walnut Hollow Country. They're out of Dodgeville, Wisconsin. WalnutHollowCountry.com. One of the things that's kind of neat about this kit is it does have the option to either mount it to the pedestal or the wall. So you got option 1 and option 2. I'm going to do the pedestal mount. So this is like test fitting the skull onto the cap. It has 2 screws for the mounting to the board, and then it has this one hole for mounting to the thick part of the skull. It's designed so that it should fit in between it and fit between the teeth. Now this is an old skull, but so I may add some foam or something in there. But you can see how the hole lines up in there. Move it down just a little bit and it goes to the section that has some thick at the base of the skull. So I may drill a little bit of hole there and just drill into it. Pretty cool though. In case you want to mount it to the wall. That's what they're providing for the skull. I'm just going to try to do a nice little transfer mark here. Just trying to make a mark. Alright, so now I have a mark right there, and I'm just going to drill a little hole. I'm just doing that to keep from breaking it. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing here. I'm doing it just a little bit different. It's going to be mounted like that, but they don't have any holes or any lines to show you where to mount it. So I've barely got the screws through. I've got a couple lines on here. I'm going to try to get it right in the middle. Just kind of line it up best I can with each line, and then push down a little bit and transfer my marks. Now they're over just a little bit. I don't know if you can see the transfer marks, but they're over just a little bit to the right, and I want it dead center. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my transfer mark and I'm going to make it right in the middle. I'm going to take this transfer mark and make it right in the middle. Now I'm pretty close center. I'm going to drill that and screw it. This will just give us a couple nice pilot holes. And do the same thing on this one, just mark it. Bring them to where they're one thing that would make this kit a lot nicer is if this was pre-drilled to match, because basically you're guessing, so you're lining it up as best you can. And that one turned out pretty good. I'm going to roll with that actually. So we'll drill that and mount it. Not bad. Pretty good looking base, really, for as much drilling and finagling as I had to have. You definitely have to put the on angle screw in first. So, you know, if it's not sitting flat, loosen it up and try to put the other screw in. Helps out a lot. Alright, now comes the fun part. Trying to do this without ruining it. So we're going to mix up a dab of Oatly's. We could use epoxy. We could use Gorilla Glue or whatever you wanted as far as epoxy goes. I'm going to put just a small dab of Oatly's, because what Oatly's will allow us to do is if we ever broke this or anything like that, if we had to take it apart, we could. You put the epoxy on there, it's probably going to bust apart the skull. At least that's been my experience. Oatly's is a little bit more forgiving removing a mount. Again, that's just the Oatly Fix-It Stick. All you do with the Oatly's is you just mix it up. It comes with a hardener inside the stick. It's really nice stuff. A bit pricey, but you get a lot of mounts out of a tube. You can see it's got that in there. And with any epoxy or putty, I always use gloves. It's just easier. I don't always, but it's easier to get it off your hands. And it's nice just not to have chemicals in your skin. So it mixes in your hand, hardens like steel in minutes, plugs and seals leaks. This stuff's pretty good stuff. And just mix it up and you'll start to feel it get hot. And it'll change colors on you. It'll go to almost completely gray right before it's getting ready to harden. So you kind of got to be ready with this. I mean, it's got maybe a 5-minute working time frame. So you want to make sure you're ready to go when you get this. See how it's going? And all we're going to do is put a nice ball of it right there. It's ready to go. Just making sure I'm in the hole I want to be, because I do not want to crack the skull. So start to set that a little bit. I'm not going to get real aggressive, because we're going to squish this down, and that Oatly's is going to hold it right in place. How about that? Not too bad. Looks pretty good from the back. It's kind of high up, but that's okay. You could get aggressive if you wanted. This is just an older skull, and I was being very careful with it. Let me know what your experience with these mounts have been, or with mounting any of the European type skulls, in the comments below. If you like my channel, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. Go ahead and share it with some friends. Make some comments. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think? Wife will never know. You're right.